Hello everybody and welcome to another Total Gaming Network and CS Nation presentation. As always, I'm Zips, and today we're going to take a look at Insane 2 from Targem Games. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly there. Insane 2 is published by Game Factory Interactive. Upon firing up the game, I immediately went to the typical racing staple, the career mode. The career mode offers up an initial choice of 3 riders, each specializing in different stat perks. You have one that gives a bonus to handling, another to acceleration, and of course the third, which gives a bonus to speed. Each team has their own particular starting vehicle type as well, that coincides with the stat bonus. The season mode offers up the typical bit of race a circuit, unlock new tracks, or unlock new vehicles and skins, rinse and repeat. That's not to say it's bad. It's just sort of expected nowadays, you know? The AI actually offers up a decent challenge, and while it isn't the hardest or brightest AI, it can and will give you a run for your money in a lot of the races. In fact, I really think the AI shines the brightest in some of the other game modes, but we'll get to those in just a moment. The product page for the game promises players the chance to indulge in 18 different vehicles that range from SUVs to trucks to mysterious prototype cars, which is probably just a fancy way of saying, hey, here are some cars our design team thought looked pretty cool, so we're going to add them to the game no matter what you want. The various cars can be upgraded, but not to the degree you might find in, say, a Gran Turismo or a Dirt title. Instead, you unlock upgrade points for doing well in a race, which can then be spent to upgrade such components as body kit, engine kit, or suspension kit. These obviously alter such factors as your max speed, rate of acceleration, off-road handling, durability, and the amount of boost you get. Yep, Nitro Boost is alive and well in 2012 racing games, as Insane 2 quite clearly shows us. Have I mentioned yet that this game is an arcade-style racer? I'm not sure I have, so maybe I'll mention it again just to be sure. Insane 2 is a crazy and fun arcade-style racer. While the career mode may be a little boring, it does show that the game has a number of cool environments that offer up new and exciting challenges. Beginning stages offer a chance to check out dry, dusty off-road action, and then transition to an off-road mixed with pavement racing circuit mixed with muddy off-road experiences that cook up water and mud onto the screen. It's actually a well-executed visual effect, and the mud itself actually slows your vehicle down. The career mode is rounded out by Steam achievements and a rating system that just sort of acts as a generic standing board for you and the AI opponents, at least from what I can tell. The game itself is actually quite good looking. Tires dig out paths as the cars race around the off-road terrain. Unfortunately, those tire paths don't persist from lap to lap, but they're there for the short term, and it's a nice visual touch. The sense of speed, especially when hitting that perpetually refilling Nitro Boost, is believable, for lack of a better word. It's hard to tell just how fast you're going, however, since there was no on-screen speedometer from what I could see. The tracks themselves are typically quite open. There are only a few places where set side boundaries are in place. Otherwise, it's simply up to you to find your way from gate to gate during a race, however you see fit. Dirt, snow, debris, and mud will all get kicked up and caked onto your vehicle. The vehicles themselves will offer up a nice bit of damage modeling, though there didn't seem to be any impact to the car's abilities as it takes this damage. The only thing is that sometimes you will wreck completely, but a simple car reset is included and places you in a fresh vehicle back in the middle of the track. There are a rather large variety of tracks and locations to choose from. The product page promises 170 different races across 4 continents, and I am inclined to believe that for what the game offers. The tracks run from the terribly mundane beginning courses to later tracks that offer up a lot more jump opportunities, branching paths, and a lovely array of environmental hazards. If you have an Xbox 360 controller, you will be happy to hear that Insane 2 makes good use of it. I used it during my play sessions and it felt great. I think the only thing really missing is a way to change the camera view, but I believe that is more to do with the fact that I don't think the game has any more than just the one camera view to begin with. It was a little disappointing, but again, this isn't a racing sim, so this is largely forgivable. Quick races are essentially a single-player version of the game's various multiplayer modes. Take on up to 7 AI-controlled opponents in gameplay modes such as the Simple Off-Road Race, Pursuit, Knockout, Gate Hunt, Pathfinder, Jamboree, Capture the Flag, Return the Flag, Zone Patrol, and Greed. Within each mode, there are win conditions that you can set, and you may also select what opponent type you would like to see going against you. Just as a quick example, the Greed game mode places all drivers in an open environment, where point crates are dropped from the sky in random locations. The winner is the racer who picked up the most amount of points the fastest and reached the point goal first. These modes offer up a fairly considerable challenge, with the AI being quite aggressive. The modes are punctuated by the fact that the open environments are a bit harder to navigate without set paths laid out before you. You will often go flying off of jumps and ridges if you simply try to take a straight line to your next objective. It's a hell of a lot of fun to take a huge jump, land, and then barely squeak by an opponent to pick up the objective. I did try to play Insane 2 online. Unfortunately, there were no servers or players online found. Now, I'm not sure if this was a fault of my own, or if people just weren't playing this online at that point. The game is a lot of fun, so hopefully more people realize this and pick the game up. $30 may seem a little bit steep for an arcade racer, but you get a lot of quality arcade racing content here. Just as a little aside, this footage was recorded last week when Total Gaming Network was changing servers after our original one blew up, so to speak. We also recorded some footage for Soul Exodus, which may be edited and uploaded over the next couple of days. I understand they released a patch for Soul that addressed a few issues, so I may re-record some of that, depending on if the patch significantly changes my opinion on that title. Until then, this has been Zips with Total Gaming Network and CS Nation. Catch you next time.